Ron on the Mighty Vincent was a master.
Can remember Ron Johnson from my younger days when I followed the Speedway and motorcycle racing. He was the first to ride a Vincent HRD motorcycle which used to fire at every lamppost.
Loved the Ekka Speedway. Every Saturday night we would be there as teens.
I met my wife to be on Machinery Hill at the Exhibition Speedway in the early 60s.
I loved the smell and the sound of the Speedway, and it was a massive childhood adventure.
It's criminal that there's no Speedway there now.
It's Darren Sonnenberg, President of the Classic Speedway Club, and it's a great pleasure for me to be at the 2025 Ekka with Jocelyn Dare and the display that she's put together. Speedway has a great history here, coming up to 100 years when it all started. One of my great memories of the Ekka is as a kid growing up in Tasmania. I'd go to the Speedway with my family, my uncle, my grandfather, to Carrick Speedway. And then the next Sunday morning was the Harold Gilder's Welder Speedway from the exhibition ground. Black and white days, but always remembering the legends. A great memory from somebody who grew up in Tasmania. A pleasure to be here today. Just quickly about the display, we'd like to thank Nigel Bucock's daughter. Vicky has donated a couple of trophies from the Nigel collection. The trophies in the cabinet here, and a beautiful sash. Of course, Nigel rode here many times, very famous Englishman, along with the stickers that you'll see in the cabinet there, Exhibition Speedway, also remembering, of course, Archerfield Speedway, which is no longer around. There's also some memories for people to see at the display this year, programs and magazine articles, all in this beautiful cabinet here. There's an International Solo Challenge trophy here and a Brisk Sales trophy from back in the 70s, and of course the QTQ Channel 9 5th Solo Test Match sash, Brisbane International Speedway, January 1974. And of course the Speedway legacy lives on through Jocelyn and her magnificent book about her father Ron. Anybody who hasn't got the book can certainly recommend it. It's a great look back at Speedway history and the Johnson family. There's some great memories there. Jocelyn's story began with a scrapbook that's on display in another cabinet here. This is where it all started. This beautiful scrapbook, what a piece of history it was. But that's where the book started with Jocelyn, and it's great to have it here on display with some beautiful photos and some memories of Ron, some stories. So once again, if you're coming along to the Ekka, make sure you come and have a look. The magnificent Johnson, the big blue scrapbook, the Johnson family story and all the Speedway history, and some lovely photos from the past. Even there's one here from Pioneer Park, and of course Johnson in track upset, and a story in the Sunday Mail back in the day when articles used to be in the newspaper. You don't see too much anymore. So certainly well worth a look. Come along and share some Speedway memories. We would love to have a chat with you. Also on the display today, we're remembering those who lost their lives at the Ekka, and there's a lovely plaque that we will hope to be mounting at the exhibition grounds in the future, honouring the legacy of Speedway at the Ekka. And of course the names are no longer with us, and we always pay our respects to those and think of their families who went through a very tough time back in those days. Finishing off the display is the beautiful Keith Sill Neil Gould sidecar, beautifully restored by Neil. Some great memories here, and Neil is actually with us here today on the opening day at the Ekka, so come along and say hello. I'm sure he's got some great stories and memories. A beautiful bike and a beautiful restoration. So once again, it's a pleasure to be here with Jocelyn. She's put a lot of hard work into this. It's been a great journey, and it's a journey that just started with much more fun to come. We look forward to seeing you here at the Ekka and sharing your stories. And once again, congratulations to Jocelyn for all the work that she's done, everybody who has helped. It is much appreciated. And Jocelyn, congratulations on a job well done. Great to be here. Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Here we are, Exhibition Ekka 2025. I'm here with Jocelyn Dare. Jocelyn put this beautiful display together and wrote the Big Bad Johno story. Congratulations, Jocelyn.
Thank you.
The journey. It's been a while, hasn't it, to get here, but here we are.
Yes, it's taken a few years, probably about 2-3 years in total. Started off like in a small little Where did we start off again?
I met you for the first time.
I know, it's been so long, actually.
At a cafe
Yes,
at
that's
Lutwich.
right.
Yeah,
Yes, in
we started
Lutwich,
talking
yeah.
about the journey
Yeah.
and the passion for the memories of the Ekka, and
Yeah.
of course your father Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
where
go.
it all started.
Yeah,
We've had
there.
many conversations and many meetings. Yeah.
And then I went down to the Bracken Ridge show. That's right.
correct. Yeah.
That was my first show. Got
Yeah.
to meet everyone.
And the passion to remember the history. Where did that come from?
So it came from knowing more about my old man. So I didn't know much about his racing career. I didn't know much about the community he came from. Most of the stories I heard, he was too heartbroken to talk about. But I pretty much learnt more about it from the big blue scrapbook that's on display at the moment. And I took about 2 years to read through every article. And I think it's amazing because I'm showing my age. I was born in 1994, and he was born 1929, so there's a big, amazing age difference, but it's a different world to my world, and I feel like the world that my dad came from was more meaningful than what it is now. Like, there's so much more history that everyone was more proud of the history, and right now in Brisbane, even the Story Bridge, like that's even at risk. Heritage is being at risk, and I thought, oh wow, like this is an amazing story, amazing community, and I wish that we had more of that as well. Like the support everyone gave is different to what it is now. And when I wrote this book, it was supposed to be for the family, for the friends, and then it went bigger, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and now we're at the Ekka. So it's amazing how far, when you have an idea and you want to start on something, and you keep going, and then people like yourself and Neil and everyone can see it. It's been a great journey. And even though I self-published, I've been able to get in this position to share the story, share the memories, meet the community, and everyone's been very supportive. It's been great.
Yeah, look, Speedway has taken a few hits. You know, there's no Speedway at the exhibition ground here. Archerfield Speedway has gone. North Brisbane track is in doubt, and of course the Redcliffe Showground is no longer there, and one of the great thrills was the Redcliffe. I found a bit of old video of Ron at the old Redcliffe Showground. No sound, but still quite interesting today. But many people would drive past not only the exhibition ground but Redcliffe and not even know Speedway was there. So
and that's what I wanted to see, is that moment. And I only heard stories when I was told that, you know, these things don't have brakes. Like that's insane. Like, 'cause, you know, you got to use your physics, your knowledge, timing, and it's team effort. Like, it's a sidecar. I thought, wow, like even just going around a bend, you'd really have to think about it all. And I unfortunately never got to see that moment, and I wish I did. Like, I wish my generation was able to see the sportsmanship of this sidecar and the people that operate it. So,
well, to a certain extent, this sidecar represents what we're trying to do. Our great cameraman Neil Gould. Hello, Neil. Neil has brought the sidecar in, passionately restored. Some great, you know, Neil Gould, Keith Sewell, well-known names in Speedway. So, Neil, thanks for your contribution to remembering the history and keeping the dreams alive. So that's what this project is all about. And anybody out there, as I said, any family members who would like to contribute, don't be shy. We're happy to talk to you and recognise your memories as well.
Well, thanks for coming today.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Congratulations again. Thanks to Neil, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Enjoy the Ekka.
They used to come here, sorry?
Yeah, I used to sell newspapers here of a Saturday night
Oh, wow.
when I was 12.
Yeah.
Big nights were when it rained because people used to get them to put over their heads.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah. So what was your name, sorry?
Terry,
I'm Jocelyn.
how are you?
Nice to meet you, Terry.
And then I used to come here for the Speedway. I used to love the Speedway.
Yeah, you love Speedway? Yeah. What was the best thing that you loved about it?
The smell.
The smell? What did it smell like?
I don't know, it was just... It was...
A mixture of methanol and cassoir.
It was just the smell, it was just good. And it was, and when they used to have the car races too.
Oh, yes,
as well as the bikes. But mainly the bikes they had because they used to have test matches. between England and Australia. You know, that was good.
Wow.
That was a good old days.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
Yeah. Oh, wow, 12 years old selling newspaper articles here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a memory.
Yeah, there used to be about 15 or 20 of us. There used to be gates, I don't know if they're still there. There was gates where you walk down here, and we used to all line up across there.
Wow.
They used to sit them underneath the railway line, going through the tunnel there just to get the number 2 over and sell the papers there. It was a Sunday Sun.
That's it?
Yes.
No breaks.
No breaks.
How fast you get around?
I was probably doing about 80 to 90 kilometres an hour.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to bring some of the history back. Yeah, you know about it. You guys know much about Speedway or?
Maybe just like bikes.
Bikes?
We
Yeah.
ride road bikes. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, he used to have Vincent, my dad. Yeah, and Harleys and stuff, build the engines, put it all together. So one thing about sidecars are great is that the engine, yeah, there's no brakes, a lot of physics. I always say that to people, no brakes.
Yeah, that took me 2 years to restore.
2 years?
Yeah.
What kind of condition was it when you first got it?
It wasn't in very good condition at all. It's all original. While I was building it, I thought I'd like to see it back out on the track again, you know, just to see it go around. And once I got to the finished side of it, when I looked at it, I went, no.
No, you don't want to get on it.
I don't want to get it dirty.
Plus you're 2 years on it.
Yeah. There's a photo over there of my old man racing next to Neil. Yeah, and Keith.
Yeah.
Yes, Johno, the one the right. The one on the right is my old man.
That's here at the Ekka.
Yeah, that's here at the Ekka. Yes. Yeah, he was actually classed as Australia's tallest speedway racer. And he created the fastest machine in Australian history in the 70s. Yeah. So it literally went around track. Over there's the record, 59 seconds around this track, 3 laps in a sidecar.
We rebuild the motor and stuff, worked on it.
No, actually, the motor was quite good.
More accidents on the road than it was in the track.
Yeah, okay.
Because everyone was more aware, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Skill ceiling,
We
so
still
had to compete.
We only had medals. It's not like the suits that we these days with all the pads and the airbag stuff.
Yeah.
We had just sort of leathers on. We never had only had foam as shoulder protection.
Yeah, it's not that.
Hips, foam for hip protection, foam for knee protection.
No gloves sometimes.
We had, I wore gloves.
Oh, okay. My dad did wear gloves.
A lot of the older riders didn't wear gloves. And some of them didn't even wear masks or anything. They just wore a gas goggle.
Yeah.
You know, so they get the dirt. They'd come in after a race and after the dirt, they'd be bleeding from the chin and on the cheeks and that because of the stones hitting them. And but my biggest investment was a back protector. I got one night here at the Ekka on this corner here. I got rubbed up my back and it burned. And I thought, no. I went to Bert Kingston, who used to have a shop just over here on St Paul's Terrace, and I bought a back protector. And it's the best thing I ever did.
That would have been pretty new then. They kind of stuff you're coming in there.
Yeah, and they could run up my back, do anything they wanted. I had tyre marks all down my back from guys rubbing up against it. So
It would be cool to see them, like, you know, they do that Ekka Show.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see a bunch of those going around for that.
Would you guys like that to see one of these sidecars go around there? Yeah. I'm doing a video on YouTube about it. Yeah, the history.
It's always been tradition. So.
Yeah, save this part of history and get the community involved.
If you could do that next year, that'd be
Yeah.
Some of the old girls go.
Yeah, there's heaps around. There's heaps around. I've been trying to help
Darren here puts on displays at Albany Creek Hotel for a vintage classic speedway. So you get a look at these bikes and solos and other sidecars and speed cars and all from the 60s and 70s and all that era. So there's a lot of it around.
And the sound is really cool. Like some of the Vincents around, you're just like, wow. Yeah.
Hard to keep an eye out for you and kick you out. He lets you in, bribe him.
That and everything else?
Yeah, photographer, news, used to do the news editor of the VSAQ,
Not anymore,
Classic
no.
Club, commentator.
Yeah, so I've set up a display here in honouring my dad, my old man, Ron Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Big Bad Johno, so that was my dad.
Goodness gracious. That's his daughter.
Yes.
You are kidding me.
Yes,
Seen old Jono, would you?
Oh, yeah. Man, I worked with him. I worked for him up at Ipswich Showground for a while.
How are you? Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I'll give you a hug as well. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Hello, I'm Jocelyn.
Look at you.
Wow.
So what are you doing?
And like
Oh,
some of
that's
the,
good,
yeah, and displayed
I
some of.
didn't know they still had one of his bikes. I thought they got rid of them all.
No, there's heaps. Yeah, there's heaps. And we tried to even get a Vincent that used to race here up. But yeah, logistics was a bit hard. But yeah.
What a fabulous space.
Hello. Thanks for coming. Good. Thank you. Thanks for coming all this way.
Colin.
Hi, Lynn. How are you? Pleased to meet you.
Very well, thank you.
Me and they used to speak for time.
Walked up tonight. Yeah, I know.
And here. My husband's walking around with my daughter. I'm like, yes, say hello to Lynn Judd. A little bit more. That's all right. Yeah, I've got you right here, Lynn. In this cabinet.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So
Fabulous.
yeah, next to Denise Butcher, David Rose. Yeah.
A superstar. You've
Yeah.
done such a good job.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of interest. There's been so much interest.
Good. Wow.
Yeah, so people are, people are really happy. Had a lot of people interested. The racetrack.
I have.
Yeah.
This is my first time ever at
Oh,
the Ekka.
really?
Ever at the showground.
Oh,
I've
wow.
Never been up here.
You've never, oh, wow. Thank you so much for coming.
Never been up here.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
paid somebody to go into the shop so I could get
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
no,
Oh, wow.
I
Thank you
wanted
so
to
much.
support you.
Oh, thank
Look at that.
Good stuff, eh?
Yeah, it's all exciting. It's all exciting.
Until I found the big blue scrapbook. Where's that?
Oh, it's just up there. Yeah. On the top.
Wow.
Yes, that's the big blue scrapbook. I didn't know what other name. I was like, this book is so big.
Man, that's impressive.
Even just trying to open it, the pages were just crumbling.
Yep.
My fingerprints were going all over where I was like,
Oh no.
yeah, even when I was trying to put it in there.
I actually opened my scrapbook, which is pretty thin compared
Yeah.
to your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're just seeing this, and my dad's right into his motorbike riding because his dad, my grandfather,
Yes.
they tell the story that he was riding here at the RNA Showgrounds. He was
Yes.
a Queensland champion at some point, but he put a cracker or a firecracker or something on the back of his bike.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as he was riding around, he let it off
Wow.
in one of the championships here.
I think I've seen an
Archie Neal.
I think I've seen an article.
The rocket bike. The rocket bike.
Wow. I've seen an article on it.
Yeah.
That's, I was like, it sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he was a cheeky bugger, they reckon.
Yeah.
he let
Yeah,
it off.
Yeah, there was.
Half the bike ended up in the stage, and up in the stand, and
Yeah.
bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
There's
wow.
a few stories written about that. Archie Neal, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Webb did a story on it.
Yeah, I think I got an article in that book.
Yeah.
That's my dad's book. Yeah, so my old man used to race here. Yeah.
So we can remember to buy your dad. He would love to.
Yeah, yeah, and please, if you have.
Otherwise, I'll forget what it is.
Oh.
When we get home, I'll be like,
Because he tried to do some research on it.
Yeah.
And he's got pictures and stuff up at home. And
Yeah.
stuff, but he was trying to find out
Yeah.
more about it too.
Oh, yeah. There's not much information about Speedway here, to be honest. Like, if you got the time as well, I've got a petition going up to help put the plaque up that I've just made. Yeah, so it honours like the community, about 4 generations of families that came here. It's also on the flyer, so if you just scan the QR code, you can just say, hey, I support having this plaque up. And if your old man's got some stories, or if you've got some stories, there's a section there where you can like write what's your
where do you
best.
do that?
Yeah, it's just at the back here. Yeah, if you just scan there, and it'll like take you to a page at the top. It's the first link. And yeah, if you've got any stories about it.
One of his rooms, he's just got all the articles and pictures of back then, and
yeah, there's a lot of history here. Like it's 100 years next year, but unfortunately there's not much about Speedway. So that's why I asked the RNA, can I, there's like missing history here. That's why people were like, oh, who's this guy? I was like, oh, it's my dad. So
they would have ridden together then.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
At that age.
Yeah.
Archie and
Yeah, probably.
in the 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, the 40s, 50s. Yeah, just after the
The
war.
bike had 3 or 4 exhaust pipes on it. Yeah.
Heritage section, so I've got some families that help display their family trophies, sashes, any stories, just to keep the community remembered and alive. And I've also found a list me and Darren went through one night to find the riders who actually passed away on the track, and right now there's nothing acknowledging that their death happened here.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully next year might be a better display, so very grateful that they were able to put me here.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I went, you know what, my grandfather and the stories that he was a real rascal, they reckon, and he had these rockets on the back of the bike. So with your dad.
Yeah, and like I said to the RNA, this is part of agriculture. Like a lot of these people, they're farmers, mechanics, like my old bush mechanics. Like my grandma, she was actually the first woman to ride a horse and carriage here in Brisbane. I got the article. So, and she even owned a little farm down the road with a couple of cows. And I said, we've got to remember the history here, not erase it. Great, the Olympics are here, but we've got to tie in some history.
Was one of 9. Yeah. Ipswich at the time.
Yeah.
Grandpa was a mechanic.
Yeah, mechanics.
And then they come in here and do their riding. And,
So they're a bunch of cowboys, really, but just on motorbikes.
The Americans and stuff.
Americans, Poms. And they all used. It was like a big trade. So when the Yanks came, they actually left all their machinery here and sold it to Australians. So everything is.
I need to get my hand. Is that all in that book?
Yes, everything is in there.
I need to get it.
Yeah, even Ipswich was put on the map because of the because of the Speedway.
So I can buy it.
Yeah.
How much is the book?
I think they're about $45.
And they post them out.
Post it free. If you've got Amazon as well, free.
Yeah. It's really nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you. Thank you so much for your time.
It's good to talk about people that know the story and stuff. And I love that when I said it and he goes, "Rocket man, aren't you now?" The story's there.
The story's there.
The heritage is there. We just got to keep it.
Well, that's it. The sparks or something coming out.
They reckon when he was a young fella, because he grew up in Sydney, Richmond, Sydney, the trams would go through Sydney.
Yes,
And he'd have his motorbike, and on the trams, the side there'd be like a step to get down. And they reckon as the tram's moving through Sydney, they reckon he'd go and hook his motorbike.
And then go on the track. That's funny.
Cheeky bugger. He'd get put in jail for it nowadays.
Oh, yeah. So I just came outside the building to go get a drink. Been talking to people since pretty much this place opened about 9 a.m. Amazing stories I've heard. Stories of people who pretty much had a lot of childhood memories about Speedway at the Ekka. It's been so great. My little space filler was actually turned out really well. I got some stories of people's lives as a kid or even when they came down. No, it's been really good. I just had to go get something to drink. But yeah, it's quite a big turnout here right now, so I'm really happy. The weather's looking a little bit gloomy, but honestly it's been so good. And I just got to come and get one of these lemonades because I'm super thirsty. But high turnout today. Even some of the kids came down and they were playing with the throttle. They were even asking some of the guys how big is this engine? And yeah, a lot of people wanted to know more about it. So I think today was a really good turnout. A lot of people even said hey, maybe can we see this running? Can we see it next year? Are you going to be here next year? So I had a lot of people saying, hey, wow, we'd love to see this display next year. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you so much.